you. First of all, I didn't say to eat the sweet.
Thank you.
Who already makan? Okay, never mind. Okay, good afternoon. How many participants today? Here, 4. 10. 20, altogether 22?
No, about 27.
27 today, okay, good. We're going to go on a 1 hour, 45-minute journey today. Yeah. At the end of this journey, I know most of you are, some are from creative background and stuff, but today's journey, we're going to go together. At the end of this journey, we'll realize that creativity is not a difficult thing. When you come out to work, I'll say, be more creative, but what is being more creative? How do you become more creative? You go to college, there's no subject that's called creativity. Yeah? It is easy but not always simple. But it's a continuous process. It's not something you stop being creative the moment you get home. I cannot teach you creativity, but I can trigger it in you. You cannot learn it, but you can realize it's inside you. So today we do this, we go through a lot of case studies. I'm not going to take, I haven't taken things from Google and plonk here. That's not, there are some keywords you can take, go home and you can search for it. There are no handouts today. I've got some printouts, but there are no handouts. You can take out the links, keywords, go back and search, and start your own process into a higher sense of creativity. Okay? There is no brief for creativity. There is no fixed formula, and there are no tricks. Okay? But you can choose to be creative or not to be creative in whatever you do, at work, at home, in love. But today's topic is about creativity and innovation in business, at your workplace. How you can add, because that becomes your added value, your additive. It makes a difference, not just to get a better job, but to make a difference to the projects you do, your colleagues, and therefore your clients' results, the business results. So you choose to make a difference by being creative. Creativity has impacted human life a lot, right? People have innovated, invented, and solved a lot of problems by being creative. In other words, what's innovation? What's creativity? What's invention? Creativity impacted human life, like the invention of socks, shoes, candle, you know, that's creativity, and by input as inventions. It also impacted business, right? Now, by being creative, therefore, you can innovate. Innovate is to make something better. Something that's already there. Can I make it better? Can I jump higher? Can I, you know? There's good case studies which I brought together today. Inventing is totally different. That's really out of the box. Inventions are things that, you know, like when Sony first came up with Walkman, that was long before your time, right? It's like, who would want to carry a cassette around, you know? But that became Walkman. People love it. And so from Walkman came iPods. Yeah? iPods had no pictures. The first iPods, you cannot scroll and see what songs, you just go forward and see what song you get. And so, one of your favorites and my favorites would be Steve Jobs. He always say, you know, if you want to invent something and you go and research, first of all, people don't even know that they need a product. He's inventing things that people don't even know they need it. But your gut feel, sometimes things from inside you, from your life experience. So creativity and you, right? And you, creativity and you. How do you start? Only if you wonder, always. You think, you question, you ask. Then you start to see another dimension of things. Everything. Everything. The sweet, when you were unwrapping just now, this is the new version already. Easy to open. A few years back, it was very difficult to open. I know, I got 3 daughters. When they want to have chupa chups, they all want at the same time, so I got to open 3 at the same time, and they wait for each other before they start eating. And it's so difficult to eat. So, and then, it is close to my heart, because I say, why can't the people at the factory think of an easier way to, but they must be having some competition. They make tight, see who can open now. Cannot open, It's like, you don't need to, you add creativity to how to make it easier to open, how to make life easier. So that's why I brought Chapa Chaps today, right? It's simple. So, and that was a major problem. It's one of the things in my life that's trauma is trying to open Chapa Chap when the kid really want the Chapa Chap and the wrapper stick onto it. This is quite easy, this is quite easy. So when you do anything, even you are seeing a movie, you see a new shop open, do you question who designed the logo? Why did they choose gray? Why did they choose pink? Why, So you question everything. If you do that, that's already your process. And that happens not because you start going to study design, advertising, or anything. Those kind of questions started when you were in primary school. Thinking, why is this, why is that, why they only give 15 minutes for recess, why, things like that. Why the bus taking so long to come? Why can't anybody know that the dustbin is full, nobody is clear? Why? And these are all the start of your questioning. Questioning is good. There are systems of education where questioning are not allowed, and that has impeded a lot of creativity. It's good that this new generation questions a lot because you get a lot of answers from the internet. To go on the internet is already a process of search. So you are all already in the process of, So only if you wonder, you start to know of another dimension. Question. So this was my slide, but since today is easy to open, it's not so relevant, but it affected my life. Okay. My point is, so back to creativity originates from you. Creativity already exists inside you, but whether I've seen from the last judging, it's there. But today we just journey through this, so it validates your thinking that you know for yourself, yes, I am already a creative person, but how do I apply this to business? How is creativity applied to business? What difference does it make for my job, my career? Right? So creativity is always moving, always growing, always asking, always learning, and relearning. Creative attitude. Creative attitude. All this is leading to, okay, what's an attitude? An attitude is an expression of favor or disfavor towards something. If you like a person, your attitude is very good to the person. If you don't like, your attitude is no good to the person, to the teacher, to the boss, to whatever. So if you adopt a very open attitude, a positive attitude to change, to creations, then you may be a more creative person. Your attitude is also formed from your past and your present, things that affect you. Okay. So here's a true life example of creative attitude. the Kaizen principle in Japan. Kaizen principle is the concept of continuous improvement. Never satisfied. It can always be better, work better, last longer, whatever. So this principle changed Japan's fortunes after the war. Because if Western had cars, they made cheaper cars, smaller cars. Not great quality at that point in time, but still they were in the process of doing something. And then today, Japan has got a higher sales volume of cars than anywhere in the world, right? So it changed the world as well. Malaysia, we could afford cars easily then, the Datsuns, Toyotas, and all. Okay. I'll tell you about a broom story. If you were given the brief to design a broom, okay. So, first of all, the first thing you think about is, can you design a broom that's lighter? Can your lighter broom become more colorful? Can your lighter, colorful broom then become longer lasting? Can your lighter, colorful, longer lasting broom be foldable? Can your longer lasting, colorful, foldable broom be self-cleaning? Every time you sweep already, the dirt will come off. This is Kaizen principle, continuous improvement. Now, thinking out of the box is very different from this. Thinking out of the box is so much easier. You just say, oh, why broom? Why not vacuum cleaner? But that's not the brief. Because maybe the place that's used got no electricity. So, there are two things. Thinking out of the box is important for inventions, but thinking within your job scope, where you work, you're given the brief to do this is. Some smart Alex will always come and say, why like that? Why not the other way? So easy. But there's a purpose. There's a business objective to things. So, you see, true enough, already in Singapore, this one is Singapore, Singapore. I think in Singapore, there's already a broom here, which after sweeping, it can rest so that the hair doesn't go Bangkok. That's clever. And then that foldable thing is from the tongkat. So maybe that can become part of the broom that you can, but I don't know why you want to carry a broom around now. But the thing is, still, continuous improvement. And today, if you go to the bigger stores, you can see very nice brooms. So, pushing the boundaries from inside the box. You get a brief. You can find the idea here. Innovating, pushing the boundary of the box out of the box, but still within. Right? Thinking out the box is totally different. It's way out. Both are important, but you got to weigh yourself. You give it a brief, you do this. Because I've encountered people who argue with me, well, this is our business objective, but what they're doing is totally going away. And then in the end, the project is not completed. Totally time wasted. So Kaizen principle is big results from many small changes accumulated over time. It's not about small changes alone. It's actually the big result. Sedikit, lama-lama, jadi bukit. It's in many philosophies, it's the same. So the end of it is they've got reliable process from the Kaizen principle in Japan. You've got reliable processes, improved service levels, shorter lead times to do things, increased working capital. Because when you free up a lot of things, you've got more working capital to invest into other things. You've got higher quality and reduced costs. Some of the Here, 10, this one I took from Google. The basic thing is throw out your fixed ideas on how to do things. Okay? Maybe there's another way, so you search. And don't blame. You treat people as how you want to be treated. So as a team player, you know, in a teamwork, you think positive, you don't say can't. If you know the law of attraction, how you think will give you that result that you're thinking with, that wavelength. Okay. Don't wait for perfection. Okay, we can achieve this, let's use it, and then keep improving, because there will never be the perfection. It can always be improved further. Correct mistakes as soon as they are found. Don't substitute money for thinking. Creativity before capital, because when you have created the advantage, the money will come. Keep asking why was this problem created until you can find the cause of it, right? There are some good examples afterwards which will be part of your exercise. Better wisdom of 5 people than 1. Ask around. You know, people all have got experiences in their own life. They got some, you know, which can be used. And data. Get data. How many people like this? How many people are? And when was it that this problem occurred? All this data is important. And improvement is not made from the conference room, from the office. Go outside and talk to people. How are people, real life, how are their experiences? So, okay, from Kaizen principle, there came a theory which was the model was just in time. In Japan, when we build cars, you know, cars you need bonnets, you need tires, you need windows, you need so many things. So the inventory means your stock was lots and lots. To make one car, you say 1 year we want to make 60,000 cars, means that year you need 60,000 windshields, 60,000 back windshields, 240,000 wheels. That was inventory. So the warehouse got to be huge. So okay, 10,000 cars, there's still a lot. So it's not efficient. When the economy down, what if the less orders? So very messy and huge costs. So just in time principle. Yeah. Today I'm making 15 cars. Today 15 sets of windows will come from the supplier. Today 15 sets of wheels come an hour, 2 hours just before we roll off the assembly line. So everybody keep their own stock. And so you have that just-in-time model. I think Toyota started this, so the Kanban the model. So that's yes. No, because because the tire manufacturer is already making the tires. The windscreen is already making their windscreen. So there is no holding cost. I don't have to have large space to keep the stock. And I don't have to pay ahead so much stock. I just pay what you send today, cash. You know, everything, everyone, but the whole ecosystem got to work together. Everybody got to be in agreement. And it's all computerized. It's all computerized. The moment the order comes out, the other side will know. Just like Unilever and all the FMCG companies. Last time, sometimes you go to the supermarket, the things run out of stock. Now it's all with the RFID and the computer system. The moment you check out, right? Some are linked to Unilever. They know how much is sold at which supermarket, and they know when to replenish the stock immediately. So chances are very low of running out of stock, except when hunger suddenly like, wow, everyone rush or whatever, you know. So that's this all in the same way of using thought, thinking to improve life. Is creativity. The other part about this attitude, so every day, the other part is what I mentioned earlier was creative experience, your experience from your life. Because creativity is not exactly something you are born with. Some people, yes, but when you're born into a family who's more open, so you also think more. Or sometimes you go through hardship, pain, experience, yeah, which makes you think deeper or want to do better in life. That will trigger yourself to want to improve things. So that's creativity. How do you react and act to things? How you're willing to make a change. Some people just accept life as is. Whatever comes, that's it. So just move on. Yeah. To make, to do, to create. So your creativity started when you could think and remember. Even waiting at the bus stop, like just now say, when you know, every time wait for the bus, blah, blah, blah. So someday maybe you're working on a project about MRT. So you're able to express people's frustrations and come up with ideas how to explain, how to, you know, so all this, your experience matters. But if you don't have the particular experience, you won't be able to input into that particular project. So you got to be honest as well. You can't fake things you don't know. You got to tell, I'm not sure about this, I don't have this experience, you know. Tell. So Steve Jobs did say that creativity is not just connecting things. You connect. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. All happens is they saw something and it's obvious to them already what is the solution. Because they are able to connect their experience to what situation there is and see the potential of something coming out. Right? So it's inside you. It's an attitude you have to live day by every day. So your creative experience, your own one is your life. Every year, every minute, every day, you're going through doors. You're opening doors. Whether it's an interview, whether it's to watch Avengers, whether it's to line up for something. Every day is an experience. You're going to, you know, you're going for interview, you're going for exam, you know, continuous. This is your life. Yeah? The center box is your current, and then it goes. The further away is your past. You can look at the past, but you know, but it will come back someday. Let's say today, now you are here, and you have a particular problem to solve, project. And you need to draw back on some part of your life, whether it was, you know, see 20 years ago, 10 years ago, or some happy moments, some sad moments. That is your own experience. It also depends at the point in time whether you were blurred and you just went through that moment of life, or at that point in time you had a feeling about that. And then that triggers you. You saw people fighting, quarrel, you know, that's your pain, your journey. So each person will have a different interpretation to solve a problem as well. Yeah. Einstein, one of my favorite persons, not for his maths, because my maths not good, but his quotes, things he say, brilliant. You can never solve a problem on the level on which it was created. What does it mean? Right? You want to solve a problem at this level, you cannot think in that same way. When you have to see it from a different perspective, from a level higher, from low, even from past. You got to see it from 360 degree. It's critical thinking. It's all angles, up, down, 3D. Yeah. So that I went through the creative attitude and creative experience. So there are some more models. Who is familiar with blue ocean strategy? Okay, nobody. Who's nodding their head? Yes. Put your hands up. Okay, Blue Ocean Strategy. You finished reading the book. I cannot finish reading the book. Very academic. Because written by Harvard professors, right? Very deep. But I get the gist of it, 3/4 of the book. It's very basic principle, very good principles. I can write one A4 sheet to explain the whole book. Okay. So the other thing is Blue Ocean Strategy. Again, applying creative thinking to solving problems. What's Blue Ocean Strategy? Blue Ocean Strategy is, the blue is the blue. Red ocean means the red ocean is where, if you're talking about fishing, right? The fish are all there and they bite each other, then the blood comes out, and that's your market. Everyone bite each other off. So that's your existing market, your existing competition, your existing user, existing usage, existing customers. So this, let's say telco. DG is here, Celcom is here, Maxis is here. Now you got U2, U Mobile, and some more. Yes is not. So you have that. So how do you create a blue ocean? This, if we can solve all these problems today, it's, we would be, But the thought is this. I go back one step. Is the best example is this Australian wine called the company called Casella. Casella wanted to sell wine in USA, and Australian wine back then is like, huh? French wine is always best, but they want to penetrate us. And the result is today, Casella is the #1 imported wine to USA. All right, why? How did they do it? First, they went to the market. Now, of course, they studied the red ocean, and they see the frustration of the potential people, the market. They were looking at the blue ocean, which is untapped market. People who are not drinking wine, not people who are drinking wine, people who are not drinking wine. Why are you not drinking wine? So you're looking for a new market. Why are you not drinking wine? So they walked around, they asked a lot. And one of the things is they were looking at the happy hour crowd after work. You see? They feel intimidated by how to pronounce the French wine, the names. And they don't want to look stupid, saying wrongly, don't know how to order. All they want is just a drink. Okay? So they went to the beer or whatever they were drinking. Whiskey is whiskey. But wine has so many difficulties. So one of the things was that frustration of names, and they don't know, they don't want to look stupid, so forget it. And then you have to uncork the wine and stuff like that. So they went back, after the study, they tested out just 2 wines, Casella white, Casella red. That's it, you don't have to remember Merlot or whatever. Casella white, Casella red. So this is a real case study. So in 3 years, they became the #1 imported wine brand to USA, more than France. So you see, looking for, so if you want to set up a roti canai shop, if you really have to, you should look for people who are not eating, or unless your roti canai is so much better. So is there a market for people who for some reasons are not eating roti canai? So is there a potential market you study? So back to telco. So in the blue ocean is the people who are not customers. So maybe there's so much more they're not customers. So like telco, how about the people who are not on mobile phone, which, like for instance, my mother, she's 76 now, she's on mobile for 4 years. How about these people? Are there simpler plans or not so complicated things? All they need to do is make calls. They don't need MMS. They don't need smart internet. So simpler plans, for instance. Right? And how do these people make purchases? So to learn into those things is how to find a new group of customers. That's blue ocean. And the competitor is not relevant to you anymore when you go blue ocean. You're not comparing your competitor, you're creating something new. And when they see something new, they start jumping in to your ocean. So you have to jump to create the next ocean. So the same, when you say multimedia, it's every year, maybe 3,000 multimedia students come out. So how do you position yourself differently? How can you differentiate yourself? Right. Latest on Facebook was this lady who joined Airbnb. She wanted to join Airbnb. Was it Turkey or from where? So she created her own research. Dubai, right? Dubai. So she created a fantastic resume of deep research and made it into a nice PowerPoint, which was almost like a website. And that impressed the, it's not about, I got qualification to do this. It's about, she already jumped into the subject and presented a business plan to the company already. So you have to make a difference, whatever you do. You find another application of creativity in solving problems is broken windows theory. I think it's started in the Bronx in New York. A lot of crime. When one of these police, I think he was in charge of the area of the problem. So one of the, and it was a book written about broken windows theory as well. Every day, every street had windows broken on. No. So the thing was to repair all the windows, and all graffiti was wiped clean every day. Because if you don't, the people there itself who, even rubbish, if you go to your college or wherever, if it's clean, you're less likely to throw anything. If you already see something on there, you drop also, never mind. It's good. So, you see, that's broken windows theory, and that's now applied by Boston Police Department, NYPD, LAPD, with somewhat successful results. So, applying creative thinking from experience, from life. When you go out to work, this is the story of two ironsmiths. Ironsmith is tukang besi. Make barang, make, what? Tukang besi lah, make the, what, pemukul or whatever, right? It's got two. So one of them, make whatever you want, I make for you. Barang, okay, boleh. You want, pisau, also can. Anything also he want. He just went for the money. What? So he very rajin. Pagi sampai petang he The other guy, he only spent 40% of his time sell. Then 60% of his time think there must be a better way to make the pisau. Then he explored this material, alloy, and he tried to experiment how to make it better. The angle, the material, the fire, how hot, so he explored. So, tak berapa kaya lah. That he still boleh, okay. So he spent 40% of his time doing that. Okay. So it's 40% of market, the other one got 60% market. So the small guy got 100. After 3 years, his total is 120%. 100, the other one 160. I can't count like that, right? Never mind. Units, okay? 180 units. Here he would have 120 units. He's losing out. But after 3 years, he found the perfect knife. He found the perfect knife. Very light, durable, and not too expensive. Even if it's expensive, it's worth it because it lasts longer. You don't have to change it every year, right? So now he's got 90% of the market because everyone realized. So the whole market shift. So the other guy has got 10, 15, 20%, whatever. This is about working to learn in your first few years of work coming out. You got to find the opportunity to grow. It's not about you basic, don't get cheated, don't get exploited. You must have sustainable income. But your priority is to learn, to add value, to grow. So imagine if you spend 3 years just for it, because people who pay you more, I've seen a lot. Some places they pay you more because they just want to use you to earn for the project. Big companies, they have a lot of people. Sometimes they pay you less. You want to learn, you come and learn. If not, too bad, you know. Depends who are your mentors, who you get to work with. So imagine after, you could finally get the jump. Because if you just went for the money and you have not improved your skills, after 3 years, 4 years, you're stuck because your skills have not improved. And that level is where you're stuck at. Yeah, you should go, whatever software, learn, 2, 3 years. Okay, how long already? Wow, 2:20.
You have actually till 3 o'clock because then we have another speaker coming on.
I thought 3:30.
We have to juggle around because we actually ended up with 5 speakers today.
Okay, all right.
But you can take some questions to
Okay, this one I do a simple workshop. You don't have to get up anything like that. I pose a work problem to you. You think about it, you give me questions in the first 10 minutes. Okay? This factory has an overrun of 200,000 pieces of these white cups. No pinggan one, just the cup. 200,000 pieces overrun. It's good quality, it's well made, not problem one. The cost is already 1 ringgit 50 cents each. This is your first week of work at the company. Right? So the customers are not taking in anymore because they're full. Your first assignment is, in the marketing department, is how to overcome this problem. Okay, this is your first week of work. Shoot me questions first. What are questions you want to ask? Then after think for yourself. And you don't really have to come up to present unless you say you want to, because we don't need, I also have my own solution how to solve this. But that's just an exercise right now. Okay? Can we? Okay? Think about it. No, it's within this first 10 minutes, ask me questions that you want first. And then you take another 10 minutes to think about it. And then the third 10 minutes, give me some of your answers. Overrun means if there's an order for 50,000 pieces, we made 250,000, we got about 200,000 extra. Just like you go reject shop, some are jeans overrun, t-shirt overrun, they terlebih already. No, this is the cost already incurred, labor and material. Yeah.
What was the reason for its overrun?
Economy suddenly down, and then the plates needed a lot broken, so you got just a cup. And then you don't want to spend more to make up plates.
Do we have any extra budget on it?
Possible, but you have to justify. Okay, take 10 minutes just to think. You can walk out, walk in, 10 minutes.
paid out. What does it mean? It means the cup is already. Yeah. Welcome to Kenneth. Okay. It has that design value. That's multiplied price by one.
Okay, the cost for design. We want to see some activity here and open discussion.
Can someone write down?
Say one, you clarify what it is, and then after that maybe if somebody is not sure or something, one of you must contribute. Okay? Not 3 persons and then okay, because your last assignment is everybody must do something. Yeah.
Because it's idea, right?
Other people are willing to queue for that. Yeah, I was quite surprised.
Actually, 200,000 is take up a pay right?
200,000.
The employee.
So if you say throw it down the river, they are losing 100. Okay, each group just share your idea. We're going to start just sharing ideas. There's no absolute solution. My solution is the ideal solution. Doesn't mean it will work. What ideal world, alright?
Okay. In a world where stress, work-related stress is really the norm, we decided that the best way to get rid of 200,000 pieces would be to sell the cups in stacks of 10, but for 20 ringgit each. So therefore we make a 5 ringgit profit off each sale.
20 ringgit per stack?
Per stack of 10. So then we just repurpose a part of our factory, a wall, and we just make a few tables to protect the people. And for stress relief, they'll throw the cups at the wall.
Okay.
And that way we'll make 5 ringgit profit off each and every sale.
And then the materials can be used well.
Okay, the solution is to turn the cup to a stress relief tool. So, no, it's an idea. Everything is an idea. Ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Sure.
You answer lah.
I don't know what I do. I don't know how to speak.
Basically, our idea is to sell the cups in bulk. Like, if let's say they buy from, let's say 1 to maybe 10,000, 1 to about 5,000 cups, they have to pay like a normal price, like maybe like $2 a cup. If let's say they buy more, then they can get it at a cheaper price. Sort of like a wholesale price for the cups.
Yeah, you're going to sell it to individual, or you're going to
sell it to like people who
factory,
who design cups. They can get it at a cheaper price, like if they buy it in big bulk, so that they can design their own cups and sell it to themselves at their own prices.
200,000 still a lot. So pass it on to the arts and craft as their bahan, so that you can design it, but the volume may not be so high, whatever, right? So that one is to create a stress relief program, throw against the wall, pay and throw against the wall.
You still kill me? No. Wow.
For us, we came up with a few ideas. One of it, they asked for catering services, so I'm pretty sure they will have a lot of they have a different type of sauce. I Okay. So then one of us also came up with potted plants. We could use as a pot. For mini cactuses.
So you will retail. You become a retailer. You are actually manufacturer. I mean, that means you're talking about bulk. So you become a retailer. No, it's just still a retail. Okay, carry on. So you turn it into a pot.
Another one they have a retail caterer. You know, like for retail, even they have like some souvenirs and stuff. So by using this cup, you actually mix them. I don't know, plants.
White cup.
What by they came. And then another one was for my idea was what gave it to sell to people. I mean, they do the souvenirs. Usually souvenir cups you get for 5 ringgit, etc. So we just sell them for 2, they still will buy it a lot. Because they can just sell it back for 2, 5, 6.
Thank you.
We have two plans. First, wedding gift. We target on people yang kahwin lah. So we will give the gift like pre-design so that maybe they will like to buy our product. Okay, and then besides the other two is we make accessories, candle.
Okay, our other thought was actually trying to attach these cups. So we could design it into a limited edition, you know, follow the trend at that moment lah. See PFAS going on, something like that. And then we attach it to another product. So the other company would be able to promote, saying that this is a free gift with their product, and we would get paid as well.
Free gift. Usually they have a budget, so they might give you 50 cents or ringgit for your quantity. So you will go to your boss and say, look, we have to get rid of this. Depends on the situation. Everything has a situation. Your company might just say, okay, we already made profits from the earlier sales, which will cover disposing this at 1 ringgit each. There's no fix. It all depends. When you are in such a situation, when you come out to work, so you must ask, you know, what is the situation? I went the other way. I went online. Okay? I created a story about the cup. And then I will sell at US $4 for each cup. Okay? Sally's cup. Sally loved everything white. It reminded her of a happy childhood, growing up in a happy small town, where air was fresh, and there were always her grandma's white linen drying in the wind. The white cup always looked beautiful, serving the hot chocolate she and her family always enjoyed together. Right? I write that on the box. So for US $4, you pay shipping. It includes a gift box, a white napkin, and a random story postcard inside. And then next to that is cup only. Grandma's always out of plates. Alright? So that's marketing. But then it's not easy, alright? So because you are a manufacturer, you will have to do retail. So then the shift is for the company to accept or not, or to outsource this to someone to do. So if I were to sell that at that price, you see the total sales will be 3 million ringgit. The napkins, possible 2 ringgit, it's 400,000. Postcards, 1 ringgit. Packaging, postcards 1 ringgit would mean 200,000, right? Oh, I wrote that wrongly. Okay. Packaging, postcards could be 50 cents, so ringgit. Packaging, 2 ringgit. Original cost 300,000. So I'll make 1.75 million, right? But it's ideal world. Whether the company got the balls to do it, right? So no, it's ideal. There's no one solution. So there's so many things. I think the best idea would be the one. See, you don't see things as they are. It's a cup. It's a cup. So what can this cup do? A stress relief, throwing against the wall. You know, you create something out of nothing. So these are the possibilities, right? Okay. Next is a mental exercise. Okay, remember these numbers, please. Okay? Who can remember? No, right? Okay, I make it simpler. Remember this. Same numbers. Cannot, right? Okay. But you can remember this. So you have group mentally. This is just a little creative exercise. This is 4 numbers. You can't remember 8 numbers. You can remember 2 sets of 4 numbers. Right? But being over creative sometimes not useful. Especially when you go and make it like that, the same number. Because one, I'm trying to remember number, one, I'm trying to think, why is it going down, why is it going down, why is it going down? So over creative is also, yeah, not useful. Dangerous, I don't think you'll kill people, but yeah. The over creative sometimes, you know, for the sake of being creative, doesn't work. It needs an objective. It's to make things simpler, not more difficult. This one, I don't think we have time to make it into a workshop, but we just journey through it. We journey through together. real life case of this. A new factory line was started in the packaging warehouse. They help people pack things and they pack in a box. You know, after, okay, it could be the cups, now we sending off, but they can break. So the locals have been, wherever this is, in Italy, Spain, or Malaysia, or you know, Papua New Guinea, wherever, the locals are now employed because this is work opportunity. So they use newspapers as a way of green. They use newspapers to wrap, to pack the cups and then put into the box. Usually they could pack very fast, normally. But this new line, and this new thing of the using newspaper, the speed went down 30%. You know, went down 30%. So it created bottleneck because they're producing more things, but the packing was slow. It's a real case. I don't know which country. I think it could be US or England. So what they realized after that was that the newspaper was the problem. Because everyone was reading the newspaper when they were packing. So what they did is they imported the newspaper in different languages. And then productivity went back to normal. Real life. So you gotta find where's the root cause of the problem. It's not people are lazy, not slow. It's just that it's there, so they say, oh, got accident, you know. So everything has, you gotta investigate, find out. Right? I've done most of the sharing. I'll just go through some notes with you. My earliest inspiration was a book called Why Didn't I Think of That? That was when I first started work. Inside were about the slinky, about pet rock, about things. Not so much the stories, but it triggered me that, hey, you know, if people can invent something, a thing or something, why can't I? I just graduated in art school, so a designer. Okay? You will feel single, you feel lost or individual, but hey, you know, anyone could do something. In fact, right now, this year, I'm embarking on 2 new ventures. really new ventures, startups. We'll keep you all informed. So the people that inspire me or keep me thinking, not necessarily inspire, but some like Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, Van Gogh, it's more about the pain they went through, like James Taylor, you know, went to jail for drug addiction. The pain they went through, how could they sustain and keep going at it, you know? William Wallace, no one knows, right? Braveheart. The guy at Braveheart, William Wallace. Harry Potter also. He doesn't have a good life, Harry Potter. Okay? Datuk Mat was a real good story, Datuk Mat. Ibrahim Hussein, all these, very poor. Still they persevered because their family provided a very good environment to be creative. Sang Toy, Tony Fernandez, Richard Branson, Taylor Swift, to me, of all the current singers, she's the one with the most talent. She writes the songs and she positions herself well. She presents herself well, she carries herself well. Obama, Jokowi, Simon Cowell. So, whatever you do, observe. 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 Ask. Don't be shy to ask. A problem with Asians, shy to ask. Seek. But you must know. If you don't know, you don't even know what you're looking for. Right? And give, share. Don't be shy. When you share, when you show the things, you yourself will improve because you yourself will, if you need to do tell people something, you will have to research, so you learn. Give. You have to love. One word I put in all my presentations because a lot of people shy of this word. Yeah, geli, right? But it's not a fall in love. I say it's love to do things, love humankind. So you have to make the difference wherever you go to work. You be the jug. If everyone got a cup, you be the one that, you know, transport the water faster. You know, if not you got to bring 12 cups out each time. With the jug, it cuts, you know, make life easier. You be the lesson. Everyone is the chili padi lah, the garlic lah, tapi if you don't blend them all together, where are you going to get the end result? So you make a difference where you work. One aspect is creativity. Not just the word creativity, but means to add value, to think, to make a change. Without a table, take away all this table, now you cannot even discuss properly, you know. Be the table. Bring conference, bring focus, and keep people sharp, right? Tell positive things, and ask the right questions so people wake up. Yeah. That's all. Okay. Yeah, questions? We got 7 minutes. And then after that, those who want to talk about multimedia for internship or possible contract will see me outside. I am also looking for people who want to become project managers, interface with clients. I have a brand and design company, but that's brand and design. My background is communications. I know that I need a lot of support in business is in digital marketing, digital publicity, and I got a lot of work in multimedia in the sense of presentation via video. Maybe I'll show you a video. Question shortly. See, I have a client in a developer, and they have a project in Penang. The houses all built up. $640,000 for a 2.5-story house is very cheap in Penang, but they cannot sell. Why? Because it's in Balik Pulau. Okay. What is Balik Pulau? Who is from Penang here? Who is familiar with Penang? Balik Pulau, which part of Penang are you from? Georgetown people, to them, Balik Pulau is as far as Kuala Lumpur. Correct? No way they will buy a house in Balik Pulau. Jiao, so far, hoi na. In Hokkien, how do you say very far? So it's so we cannot sell to. We certainly cannot sell to the Georgetown people. We cannot even sell to, because the client say, how about the Seberang Pride? Because Seberang Pride is closer to drive from Bali Pulau to Georgetown than from Seberang Pride. No. I asked the people there, I went and asked, you don't understand Penang culture. Bali Pulau is far this far. So, okay, with that in mind, I thought of the people who already left Penang, in KL, Selangor, wherever they're working far away already. So they have family in Penang, but they don't have property. But these people, whether they're in UK, Australia, KL, Singapore, they don't mind buying a property in Penang just to simpan. Because Bali Pulau you cannot rent out. I think you cannot rent out. Yeah, you cannot rent out. So we created a video just to evoke the emotions. It's not perfect because it's a very low budget, but we did the best we could. How come?
I'm already old. The first is
I think maybe we just skip it. Yeah. Because before you know it, the other speakers coming in and we don't want to.
Okay, any questions while you all just ask
take the
questions?
questions.
No hang-ups. I've got 5 copies here. I have 4 copies. You all can share into 4 groups then. The key point to remember is your blue ocean strategy.
Just give one to each group. Anyway, we will make it available through email to the rest of you. Yeah.
Any questions? Basically today, just to recap, is applying creativity in your workplace. And to a very large extent, I showed is the global aspect, how it's applied into business theories, models, yeah. Okay.